But it says connected though. I guess I will have to look into this a little bit if it's like working or not working, because like I know like the last couple of times it hasn't been working just because I haven't been verified to stream on the other side. But we shall see. I will just have this in mind because I know this push to the shorts thingy. Go to store and looking at photos of that drink. I might be obsessed. Yes, of course, Nay is obsessed with the twig. We love it here. It works. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me, Choco. And it does have looked nice, like bro, stop being a soldier, become a model gag. Yes, become a model. You are very attractive, become a model instead.
Also, we'll need to bring a lot of force to bear against Dottore. Even if we're only looking to rescue the Traveler, we can't leave anything to chance. You don't think Columbna perished either, do you?
No, definitely not. She did not perish.
I'm merely considering the possibility that she survived, just as you are. How much can we really know about a deity like her anyway?
I like that they're thinking outside of the possibility that she's actually not dead. I mean, we as a player know that she is not, but that they're smart enough to be like, okay, but like, this feels a little bit too suspicious, you know what I mean?
Do you remember what she said on Moon Prayer Night? About using moonlight to send messages to us?
Man, I take a break from work. I have zero context. You know, we're just gonna be fine. It's just gonna be fine.
Of course. I think that's why we're both here.
Where have you checked so far?
I've been focusing on the outdoors. Anywhere the moonlight shines. I checked most of Nasha Town, but didn't find anything.
Oh, okay.
I checked the Curatorium of Secrets, and a few rooms where I thought I might find some leads. But no luck here either. The only places I haven't looked yet are the rooms in the flagship.
Interesting.
But process of elimination isn't the only thing that brought me here.
Oh, really? What's your other reason?
Yeah, I'm so curious what your other reason is. But she's kind of like, can I trust him? Because I feel like she doesn't really trust Flint that much. It still sounds like they're saying Nasha Town. It is kind of similar with the vibes. I do agree with like Nasha Town. And, like, it's very similar in pronunciation. I think that's kind of funny still.
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Yeah, but that's still true though. We still don't know too much about the mystery ally.
Am I imagining things?
Isn't it Nasha Town? Yes, it is. But Nick keeps hearing us at Nasha Town all the time.
Come on, let's see what's going on.
Oh, because they're suspecting things about the mystery ally. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, she's in this memory right now?
As soon as I came in. It must have been caused by a Kuvaki fluctuation when I entered the space.
Oh, interesting.
Although, it seems like I'm not about to be pulled away this time. It looks like as long as I'm careful with my actions, it doesn't count as influencing reality.
Is she the secret ally from like another dimension because she is able to manipulate some of the present? Or like last time it was just memories, but is she in the same era right now as Flint's and Nefer?
Anyway, is this the flagship? The Traveler mentioned that's where she was staying. I only went into the lobby last time, so I've never actually been here before. How does this space work? If nothing else, I can now be sure that it is not simply memory.
God, a late staying customer is gonna be a pain. Every single time, though, I feel like that happens to you a lot. With customers coming in and just being like, oh, but I'm just gonna be ordering this when it's just like a few minutes left before closing. Don't you guys close in like just like 30 minutes or something like that?
She mentioned where her room was. I think it's this one.
Me pretending to sleep because my mom came home with groceries and I don't feel like getting up to You know what? I actually do that too sometimes when I don't feel like doing something. And it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in bed and like pretend to be asleep. Columbna said something important, that this is not a memory, right? So it feels like... But I don't know, how is she able to be here? Because so far, she's only been able to be in places where she's had a memory, but right now she's not. I'm so glad I'm not alone. No, but sometimes you just don't want to deal with it, you know? Like, when I'm cozy and comfortable in bed, and I don't really feel like getting up. I can be doing some of the chores, like taking care of the dishes and stuff like that, after waking up, but my mom is so impatient most of the time that she just does it anyways. And it's just like, okay, but like, I can take care of the dishes next time when they're clean and need to be put away. Because, you know, I was just being sleepy and comfy in bed. Like, let me be... I just need to wake up because I'm also sleepy most of the time. And then, okay, like, do they see the broken thing, though?
The door is closed. But if this is anything like when I disappeared, then maybe... I'm in. She and Paimon aren't here at the moment.
I'm so sad that she's not gonna probably be able to see Nefer and Flit's, like...
I hope she's okay. I wonder what happened to her after that battle with Dottore. Best not to dwell on that for now. I need to try and leave them some clues.
Yes, please, but also notice that people are outside, please. You can leave clues right here, right now.
Please, Traveler. I really hope you find this.
Oh, kitty, look at kitty.
Huh. Just a cat.
Oh no, don't blame the kitty for the broken vase, though, please.
Nothing else here strikes me as noteworthy.
Man, we were so close. Please, no.
Didn't you stay here for a couple of nights once?
Yeah, what about it?
Before Rarir showed himself. Yes. It's also where the Traveler and I first met.
Did you notice anything unusual during your stay?
I remember thinking how much noisier the flagship is at night compared to the graveyard. Other than that, no.
Other than that.
The Traveler and Paimon were most congenial neighbors.
This is where they've been staying, yes? Over here?
Please. Please. If they're gonna pull something beyond like, oh no, but that's rude though, going into someone's accommodation, please.
That's right.
I wouldn't usually condone breaking and entering, but we can make it up to them later.
Yes, Nefer, do break the law. Don't care about it.
Focus now. I have to write a message on the wall using Kuvaki, just like I said on Moon Prayer Night.
Please.
Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written. Here goes. I'll need to carefully control my strength.
Never don't give a fuck. I support women's rights. No, but I kind of like that about Nefer though, that she really doesn't care. She's just like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, no matter if I'm breaking the law or not. Like, fuck it. If I feel like breaking into someone's house, I'm gonna do it, you know? Hard to maintain the path of the target area as the right. Okay, how? Oh, I just pressed this. Okay. But do I go, like, do I just keep it? No, it's supposed to be within the area, right? But this is so pretty though. Look at the like the shining letters and stuff like that. It's so pretty. I don't know what it says though, but I'm just gonna go PT.
There's a noise outside the door. Is she back? Please, you have to see these words.
Or is it like, I wonder if you're gonna be able to see them though.
Well, do you sense anything?
You should be able to sense it though. She was writing right there.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh no. Could it be something that if the words that she intended for a certain someone is not the one that's supposed to see it, they can't see it? Could it be something like that?
And this place was our last chance.
Not necessarily. We've only looked in Nasha Town so far. Miss Columbina said she would leave messages at her friends' dwellings. It's still worth checking where Miss Lauma lives and where I live.
Oh man, this is so sad because it's literally right there.
Let's try and make some time to look into those then. Wait.
What are you waiting for?
Paimon might have overeaten slightly.
Paimon, we don't have time with your overeating. We need to get back. And we need to get back right now.
What's that look for? This is a victory feast. It's normal to eat a little more than usual. The Traveler in Paimon. It's really you. But why are they talking about a victory feast? Huh. You worried Paimon sick while you were out there fighting Rare Ear. So this is your chance to make it up to her, alright? Wait. So this is the night after the battle against Rare Ear.
So it's... okay, that explains it. It's still a memory, but it made it look like it was in present time. That's so sneaky! I agree with Paimon. You know what? You are deserving of eating a lot after you have dealt with Rare, yes.
How did I end up here? That's quite a long time ago now.
Are we going backwards in time?
Wait. Time. That's it. Every time I've entered reality within this space, it's been at an earlier point in time. Every one of those points has been before I fell into the moon's reflection.
Yeah.
And everything I've done to affect reality really did happen in the past. Does this mean that within the moon's reflection, time flows
It is going backwards,
starting
okay.
from the moment I fell in?
Right, it is going backwards, okay.
Not long till Moon Prayer Night now. It's gonna be even livelier than tonight. Although, it's gonna be sad saying goodbye to the damselette. She seems like a really nice person.
Oh, and this is some of the dialogue that she's never heard before. Yeah, we really consider her to be one of our friends. Like, this is wholesome, but it's also so sad. Because how are we supposed to be able to influence us right now, being like, oh yeah, by the way, we fell into the moon's reflection, and we're kind of screwed right now, so, like, you need to listen up. Like, imagine if that happened, being like, okay, but like, we just kind of fought Dottore, of all people.
Paimon.
Aw.
No, I can't. Even if I make contact, they probably won't understand what's going on.
That's the hard part, though. They literally won't understand.
And in any case, I'll likely get pulled away again if I do. Instead, I have to find a way to get them to notice what I've written using the moonlight.
Yeah. That's a hard task, though.
Wait, even I hadn't thought of doing that before Moon Prayer Night. They'd never conceive of that possibility. Is there truly no other way?
We gotta find another way, though. We gotta do this.
Don't lose heart. We'll find a way somehow.
Huh?
Oh, you say that, but the Frost Moon is beyond the fall sky. If we wanted to go visit her, how would we make it through to the other side?
Anything is possible in Teyvat, especially since we are a descender. Like, nothing is really impossible for us.
We might not have all the answers now, but I'm sure we'll find a way one day.
Huh. Guess someone's gotta be the optimist.
The present. The future. That's right. There are still things I can do.
Let's go. Let's not be disheartened.
What's your plan?
Flint's, when you were staying next door, did you ever open the window?
Yes.
No. The rooms here are dark and damp, and there's such a buildup of dust on the windows that the moonlight can't even get in. I didn't think it was worth the trouble.
Wait, but didn't you open the window when you got out? Or maybe was that from your apartment? Maybe I'm mixing this shit up.
The moonlight.
I think I see where you're going. One moment. I'll see if the owner is available.
Don't bother. Time is of the essence.
Hell yeah, we're just gonna be doing it ourselves.
Time. Even if no one sees what I've written at this moment, maybe someone will remember what I said after Moon Prayer Night.
I mean, we're all thinking of ways to finding your message, though.
I need to write down as much information as I can. And maybe one day...
Nefer remembered. I love how smart our queen is. I love Nefer.
Huh? What's up with you? You can't even hold your cup steady. Are you
And it's still
tired?
going kind of like parallel, but in this memory, like, that's so interesting.
A little.
Well, you should probably hit the hay then. You've had a really tough couple of days for you.
You truly have. You helped defeat Rerir, helped me reclaim my name, and you helped the others organize Moon Prayer Night.
Oh,
Wherever you are right now, I'm sure you're still fighting against the injustices of fate.
I mean, we're kind of stuck with Dottore right now, but yes, we are.
This is all I can leave for them. How I wish I could stay here.
Oh, that's so precious, though.
But it's time for me to go.
You gotta let go of everything good once in a while.
I hope to see you again in the next time, and if the opportunity presents itself.
I will surely return to your side.
Oh. Oh.
Huh.
That's so nice, though. Alright, time for me to get actual sleep. Adios. Sleep well, Mala. You should be getting more sleep. That's totally fine. Sleep well, and have a good night.
Columbna. She's alive.
She was writing a lot, holy!
Not only that, but she's left us an entire wall's worth of clues. She even wrote down what would happen on Moon Prayer Night. It's just a shame we found it too late.
Yeah.
I am here. Time in this place flows backwards. I am constantly moving forward.
It sounds like she's found a way to influence the past using Kuvaki.
Yeah.
But her future is our past.
Mm-hmm.
So, these words have been here ever since we defeated the Reihir of Solnari. We just never discovered them.
I love it when they introduce time in these kind of stories. It's always so freaking interesting, and it scratches my brain in such a good way, you know? I love time stories.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you ever mull over questions like that?
Only when I'm in a good mood and at leisure.
Fair enough. It's so confusing but interesting. Yeah, that is the hard part though, because when you crack the code, you feel so smart, but it does take time before you can crack the code and feel like on top of the world, you know? But it is definitely a lot of very confusing as well when like they do parallel storytelling and like the past and the present and the future. It's just like trying to believe like space and time travel. Yeah, it is. Like going for different times of space and time. Yeah, it definitely is.
Well, I never do. Everything that has happened already belongs to the realm of fact. As a business person, and especially an intel broker, what I do is extrapolate from those facts to try and read the future.
An admirable philosophy.
I mean, nothing wrong with that philosophy either, you know?
It's a means of survival. Let's go. We have a wall's worth of clues to share with the others.
Find a way to make a breakthrough. I never thought I would see the pairing of Columbna, like, no, Sandrone and Albedo. I just don't see how they would be working together because she is so short-tempered. And like Albedo is just the complete opposite of like calm itself.
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki, but not like the Kuvaki we're used to.
The Clanker and the Shockbot. Yeah, they're both special.
Nodcry's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. I can see why you've chosen to place your hopes in alchemy instead. Also, I must say these books are rather profound.
I mean, she is also old as heck, you know, so she's had a lot of time to gather material and research.
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a few test reports for these junk machines.
The way that she's looking down on the junk machines, bro.
Additionally, after some further scanning, I've discovered something extremely annoying.
Oh?
What's that?
Teyvat's skies contain multiple moons. A long time ago, when I did my first scan, I detected 3. Just as the legends say. But when I checked again just now, I detected 4 moons.
Oh, that's why she's so annoyed, because she knows that means that Dottore was able to make an artificial one.
So there's one extra?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find 3 moons, that would at least mean Columbna's still alive.
Right.
But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, Teyvat's moons are just husks. And husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive.
Oh? Llama moons interference in result, I know.
It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living moon, how are we supposed to know whether a moon goddess is still alive?
I mean, she has a point.
Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the moons themselves?
I would gather it like that, though, no? Because we would say that Dottore has the power of all 3 moons, even if it's only moon marrows.
It's certainly possible. In which case, the 4th moon you detected may be Dottore's artificial creation.
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own moon marrow. Ugh, I'm so mad right now.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate. Maybe you need to relax. Perhaps try going for a walk. Or simply take a few deep breaths.
No, she's way too short-tempered to do that.
Nothing can calm me down at a time like this. I need more time, and I need progress.
Oh, Alice.
It's Mr. Flint's.
I really hate that ringing tone. Ugh. First the four orthants of the Narcissenkreuz, then moon marrows. Now what?
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask what's troubling you?
What do you want? We're busy.
Are you still at the Curatorium of Secrets?
Yeah. Look, everyone else is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus, I'm busy, so I would appreciate if you gave me some space.
Don't be so quick with that one. He has good news. That ringing tone is so good, Sandrone, please. Yeah, no, it's catchy though. It's cute. I like it.
Even though we have crucial intel to share?
Fine. I'm listening.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo communication device?
Ordinarily, I would, but this is a unique situation. I think it's best that we discuss it in person. See you at the Curatorium.
I mean, we never could be too careful in this situation though, because we never know who might be listening, so I get it.
All right then. So, what's the situation?
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations. But we've decided to fill you in on the most crucial information first.
It's really subtle, but she didn't really lash out at Albedo because she is among intellectual. Yeah, no, you're actually right about that. That is such a nice detail that they're not making her crash out too hard because she knows that he's also really intelligent and really smart. That's very interesting. That's a very good detail regarding her character. That's fun.
Sandrone, you were right. Columbna is most likely still alive.
Hell yeah, she's still alive. No way would she kick the bucket.
That's the best news we've received in a while. By a long way.
Random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? So not dying isn't enough for the moon goddess, huh? She has to show off too?
You're just saying that, but I know you are relieved and happy that she's still alive.
Anyway, does this mean we can deduce her condition from the moon marrows?
Miss Androne, there's nothing wrong with simply admitting that you're happy to hear the good news.
Exactly, speak on it, King.
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis.
But it's nice to know that she's still alive, right?
If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't intersect, and she'll never find a way out.
But that's the different thing, though, because how the heck is she supposed to be able to make it out of that, like, time space when she is only going backwards in time? That must be so frustrating in a way, because how do you make it out?
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? The moment this planet came into being? No, that's not right. Her final destination would be the moment at which the space she is in was created.
Albedo husband, also not your category is just chatting. Okay, wait, is it? But I thought I changed it to Genshin. Thank you for telling me, Nora. But yes, Albedo husband, we love Albedo. Did it not update? Wait, let me check real quick. Did it? It's a Genshin for me. Okay, gotcha. Oh wait, is it just bored on my side? It maybe could be. Maybe if you try refreshing. Disregard, it didn't update on my side. You're good, Nara, you're good. I mean, like, no matter what, even if it would be not be updated, I appreciate if you guys tell me stuff like that, so no worries at all. Thank you for alerting me of it.
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside world. So how can we help her? Also, if she's alive, Rerir and Thalindus might be too. But as far as we know, neither of them have come back out. That space may not have an exit at all.
Miss you guys. I miss you guys too. We should definitely do something whenever you guys have time. And you just kind of want to relax and like rewind a bit.
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer in this.
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for now. I've taken notes on everything you said.
Will it help with your research?
Yes.
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dottore's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all written down than try to remember everything when I need it.
I mean, that is a good point. And you know what? You never know what you're able to discover with research like this when you write everything down. It's always good to do that. Yeah, it's a bit crazy right now. Sorry. I mean, you have nothing to apologize for, Nara. You just deal with whatever you guys need to deal with and come back whenever you guys are safe and sound and you're able to be silly with us on the internet. We will wait for you guys until you're able to return. If nothing else, we will be able to be silly together in person when we come to visit you guys in April.
All right. I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that will require my undivided attention.
Sure, I'll stay here. I have things to work on. Paimon, are you there? Oh, right. She went with Varka to Natland, didn't she? Good thing we've moved her and the Traveler's luggage in here.
Definitely still intend to do our Cozy Doodle collab. The only reason why I would cancel that is if there are house viewings or legal meetings that day. You know what? Fair enough. I would totally understand that. Like it was on the last of January, right? So like next Saturday? I don't think I have anything planned for next Saturday. So I would be hoping to be able to step by for like the next Cozy Doodle collab and actually be able to doodle with you guys.
Speaking of the Traveler, where could they be?
We're just stuck in time with the tour.
There's a note from Paimon.
Paimon here. Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the Travelers, go ahead and help yourself. Paimon won't be mad.
Also nice to see LTD model came back. Yeah. Like I've just kind of been procrastinating, honestly. But I finally had time, like yesterday and today, to set everything back up. Because you kind of underestimate how long time like it takes to set up like an entirely new model, like with all of the assets and stuff like that, especially when you need to import it again from your old computer. It took me quite a bit to be able to finish it. And some of the things are still scuffed as hell, but we're still going with it because, you know, like I just wanted to bring it back and be like, you know, like it's just fun to be able to bring it back. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, the Cozy Doodle collapse is a lot of fun. Like, a lot of artists just gather together and we just doodle and take feedback from each other. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the collapse a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. Especially with setting everything up. I love our Cozy Doodle collabs and chill music together and yap. Like all of the crazy stuff that happens on the Cozy Doodle collabs is always so much fun though. And I love it too, because it's just like the way that we're just able to come together and just have a lot of fun as we draw. That's so much fun. And like just improve as well. Like I still know that I have a lot of departments to improve on art. But like we just learn slowly but surely. What crazy stuff? Don't know what you're talking about. We're so wholesome and no sauce. Yes, we're definitely not saving space by sitting on each other's faces. Yes. I totally don't remember Nora saying anything sus at all.
Also, Traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest. Paimon misses you a lot, but put your health first, alright?
That is a crazy accusation. We even have video proof of you posting that clip on your Twitter.
How sweet. Well, since you offered, Paimon, don't mind if I do. This is the Traveler and Paimon's luggage. All the items they use day to day are here.
I am graduating. No, I'm gonna drag you by your ankles. You're not allowed to leave me.
It's well organized. I wonder which of them is responsible for that.
Most likely the Traveler. I don't feel like Paimon gives off the vibes of having, like, clean vibes.
What do we have here?
Not the ankles, how scandalous. I mean, to be honest, with my height, that is probably like the highest up I would be able to reach you. So I'm just gonna be dragging you by the ankles regardless. Among the daily necessities, there's a photo. Look at us, we're so adorable.
The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people who are close to one another.
Someone please make art of that. Someone please make an animated gif of that. That would be so funny though. Me trying to drag you by the ankles. Just a little nudge. I guess we're just tiny in this household.
You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. I wonder why this picture was placed outside. Is it because Paimon recently looked at it?
I would believe that because Paimon misses us, right? And I'm just like face down, lifeless, being dragged inch by inch. Yes, exactly. That is 100% something that would happen. But imagine, I would really need to use my arm muscles for that. There's also a fake adventure handbook in there. The record of the traveler's achievements and memories into that.
This must belong to the Traveler. Perfect. I'll use this.
One huge strong car. Yes, that is the jeans I got from Bora though, to be fair. He's a whole entire tree.
Hang in there. We'll find you.
Oh, we can use Polonia?
Polonia. Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books.
Will we be able to play Polonia when Sandrona comes out, please? Oh my god. Ancient log card of Tiberius. We were assigned to the same lab. I was nervous at first since everyone said he was still a child prodigy. Since the disaster, such people are more precious than ever. I have thought that the Institute's star recommended by Hierarchs might be full of himself, but he's much better than I expected. He seems not the most sociable sort. No obvious symptoms. I made a huge mistake and knocked over an ancient geometry machine that took out of a lot of effort to bring back from the desert ruins. The machine came to life and made a huge mess of things. Though he's a lot younger than me, he's really smart. I can't believe that's how he managed to tame the machine. Maybe taming it isn't the right word. Maybe the other engineers will look down on me for using it. But it really did feel like taming. I know modern clockwork machines well enough so I can see the huge technological gulf between the two, even disregarding construction. We'll make a little meaningful progress if we do not resolve the power issue. But I still have to be careful. I've never seen Elaine angry, and I don't want to find out what he looks like when he gets angry. A few minor symptoms. Took the day off. I can hardly believe it. Elaine came to visit and even brought his sister. She's a lovely little lady and unafraid of strangers. A fine day indeed. We discussed the idea of making a machine based on gems and tapes of circuits. I used the word discussed, but actually I just said things like, oh, or that's really amazing, or how will you do that, whenever he paused and didn't make any real contributions. He was really into it though, and he behaved very differently than he usually does in the lab. His little sister is probably way smarter than I am, a research assistant. It seems to have interesting upsides, having my disease flare up, and I prefer to return to the Institute and help as soon as I can. The additional machines got there. The previous ones are no longer usable since they were completely dismantled, but it did clear up a lot of things, at least according to him. Something about it being driven by the elements in the ley lines and the interactions that cannot recreate with our current level of industrial precision and material science. I helped to compile the report, but there's no much I couldn't understand. Apparently, lots of people are secretly unhappy that Elaine is getting more research resources than they are, but if you ask me, everyone's smarter than me, and they should all get along. We'll make the world a better place that way. His sister said that some of their friends will be joining the Institute. I'm looking forward to meeting them. No obvious symptoms. Joined the lab as a new partner, but now the conversations are doubly confusing. Oh, I understand every word on its own just fine, but once they string them all together, I can't make heads or tails of it. Why are we like putting that up in... Okay, but don't show that again. You're putting up nausea when I'm reading. No, please, no. Oh, where was I? I can't make heads or tails of it, yeah. Jacob is really the only one in close on being the same level as me. I feel ashamed of just writing that, yeah. As an adult looking for reassurance from a child as young as she is, I feel like I've lost all the self-respect grown-ups should have, yeah. Based on the research on prime energy machinery, it seems like they decided to adopt this name. Elaine and Renee are thinking about trying to use the characteristics of Ushia and pneumonia to construct kinetic core. A few minor symptoms now. Now, read it in Swedish. Nja! Jag kanske hade tagit nja. Eller kanske nja. Jag hade en picknick med Elaine och hans syster Renée nja. En Jacob nja. Det var tekniskt sett taget för att det skulle vara en forskningsfält, men idén kom från Elins syster nja. Och mig nja. Så jag frågade institutets direktör att arrangera någonting. Ja. Nja! Och så sätter på, kommer med alla nja. Det är inte den mest platsen, men det ganska lovligt. Kameran från institutet tar foton för dem. Ja. Oh my god. Like, I'm trying to like translate in my head, but like it doesn't want to translate. Yeah. All of the redeems like yeah. Camera from the institute take photos for them. Yeah, I do hope for more outlines like this one, especially since that means more opportunities to take photos of his sister. Yeah. After all, Elaine is always working, yeah, given how he will not be with his sister as he grows up. These photos will come in handy later when he begins to not spending more time with her, yeah. I have so many points. Do you have 50k points? Are you able to make me play a game, yeah? I spilled water on my phone. No, it smells like coal. Put it in rice. Yes, do put it in rice, yeah. Then so you have choice at different times and overstating quite so much. If only my family had enough money for a camera, yeah, I definitely have things that had gone so wrong, yeah. I'm sure my mom would have taken lots of photos of me, Renee and Jacob like Elaine's sister a lot too, yeah. When the four of them hang out, she sometimes acts like an older sister to them despite being the youngest. A fascinating dynamic, yeah. Seems to be interested in ruins and the stone statues here, yeah. Renee also mentioned something about a troop on the seals, even though we went out there to have fun for months. They were still thinking about research, yeah. No obvious system. Took the day off, yeah. Elaine's sister came to see me, along with Jacob. Elaine and Renee couldn't make it because their experiment is at critical stage, yeah. They didn't have to tell me any of that, of course, yeah. That I was able to help all despite my limited abilities in order to fulfilling, yeah. I heard that Elaine is the institute's director came to see me separately while I was unconscious, yeah. I feel bad that they came all this way for nothing. I wasn't even awake, yeah. Still thinking of time off, yeah, but I have to go back and help them again soon, yeah. I found out that they were graduates from the Narcissians Institute, and that made me really happy, yeah. They talked about the director and the vice director as well as their adventures, and it made me feel like a kid again, yeah. The only lead that didn't make sense was the cake vice director made, because it felt like a punishment when we had it, yeah. After the disaster, I lost contact with pretty much all my friends, yeah. I'm so happy that they were able to find each other again, yeah. I wonder what my friends are doing. They're probably trying to rebuild the Nathan Krauss Institute. I've got to check it out next time, yeah. Thought about thinking machine again. I had an idea about making a thinking camera so that it would take photos of those precious to him while he's busy. He thought it was kind of pointless, but that had security and civilian applications, yeah. They did it. The light bulb came on. I was so lucky to have recovered in time to witness the historical moment. It's quite a pity, but I hope Renee and Jacob will make a breakthrough of their own in their own research topics, yeah. Oh, also hope to get a better assistant than me, yeah. No obvious symptom, ma'am. Took the day off, yeah. There were several visits while I was unconscious. It's a shame. All I could do is read the letters they left behind. Jacob left me a note, invited me to read Trace in Renee's lab, yeah. There's something that I want to talk to him about. I hope I can get out of bed soon. Amber flowers for me, but they had already wilted by the time I woke up. To the day off. She breathing out, Lord, yes, there's a lot. I was able to get out of bed today. This is where I first met Elaine. For a time afterwards, I documented the experimental procedures and phenomena based on his oral descriptions while standing there for the first time. He was trying to start up his machinery below an ill-fitting lab coat. Renee and Jacob later entered through that door, and Elaine would temporarily forget to act like a young genius, rushing towards them like an energetic kid. Here I bore witness to the first successful controlled annihilation reaction. The brilliant light that cast a deep dark shadow, and I believe history was made in that moment. Was someone like me so excited I knocked over the ink bottle play a role in an event that would go down in history? Behind the locked door on the other side is Renee and Jacob's lab. It seems access was limited due to the dangerous nature of the research. They are destined to become towering figures in history. I guess Elaine moved into another lab. Based on his plan, once the energy problem was solved, he would study kinematics. I'll greet him later. I wonder how Anne is doing now. What manner of beauty we should grow up to be. I'll stop writing here. I don't have much time left. I hope everything goes well. Keyword not located. Okay, at least it's not as long. In light of the formula and rigorous proof of outline above, I believe that the correct term for this situation is fortuna. It is an ancient Remurian technology, a wisdom unparalleled. I never imagined the Remurian ideas would be so similar to the competition graph that I have named World Formula. This is strong evidence. Human civilization is bound to lose its potential amid ongoing exploration and evolution. Humanity's decline is in truth unfolding at this very moment. To put it bluntly, ladies and gentlemen, the apocalypse draws near. And this is not hallucinatory babbling of some wandering monk from Sumeru. Rather, it's a logical deduction grounded in reason and natural philosophy. Please, take a look at the diagram. Beneath the most hidden of all hidden, the number of cycles, that is, the number of higher particles, can have only be 4. No new world saga can be generated for reconciliation. In other words, the end of this current samsara is the end of infinite light. The end of the samsara is the infinite light. Is that what Columbna need to do to break the time loop? The sparks of civilization are all but extinguished unless we begin to consider introducing variables beyond the existing system. After all, the world itself is the external manifestation of a dream, and therefore... World formula located. But I want to read the rest of them, though. My assigned assistant doesn't seem very reliable. Unlikely that the power source of those war machines can be used at the moment. Core is far too dangerous. I'll get them to seek off such mysterious machines. No progress worth reporting today. Went out today with Anne under my adoptive father's watchful eye to seek inspiration at sites where battles took place. Run into Renee and Jacob. The system doesn't seem reliable because of accidents, just another obstacle to overcome. This kind of machine seems to be arbitrary external forms. Quite interesting. Research will focus on power source. I think we need to spam you with hiders because of this reading. Yeah. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. Asked Anne for help. Recommend Renee and Jacob to the director of the institute. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took a day off. Asked Anne for help. Suggested she joins the institute, but she wasn't interested. Research prime energy machines. My assistant still isn't back. I'll go pay a visit. Found Renee and Jacob's adoptive father with my own adoptive father's help. The supplementary prime energy machines have arrived. Should be able to make progress now. Assistant seems to be in good spirits, probably just a minor illness. Research prime energy machines. Renee and Jacob joined the institute. They've been assigned to my project. Field research today. Interesting machine statue. Researched. My adopted father's visited, but I was too busy to host him. Anne scolded me. I'll remember to apologize next time I see him. Researched. Assistant took a day off. On the threshold of major breakthrough, assistant took the day off. Too busy to visit. Anne scolded me. I'll go tomorrow. On the threshold of major breakthrough, forget about the visit. I'm sorry. We'll invite everyone to go see me. Took the day off. Assistant took a day off. An idea, a virtual neural network based on vast quantity of fingertip units instead of logic trees. Cameras. Research assistant. Renee and Jacob effort to conducting their own research today. Assistant took a day off. A breakthrough. Patent application process too annoying. Forget it. Assistant's condition seems alright. Still a little worried. Considering the gap in medical technology, advise assistant to go to Sumeru. To the day off, researching. Must make a material list. Visit. They say bigger lab has been prepared for the kinematics experience, but decided not to move on for now. Visit. Been urged to move to the lab several times, but if the lab is smooth, my assistant might not be able to find it. A pain. Visit. Move to my lab. Having on a grandparent is crazy. Now just let's read everything. Me skip. That was a shame. Well, I have to miss it. I was looking forward to Coppelius' new work. Ever since I was a child, he has always been incredibly talented. Out of consideration for everyone's safety, it has been decided that the institute shall close. Driven by the energy and vigor of youth, the young ones are clamoring to go out and do battle. I hope someday they will understand the importance of prioritizing post-disaster reconstruction over marching.
How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god! I'm Nicole and Genshin. I'm gonna read everything. Thank you for the hydrate now. I fear that it shan't be long before we must depart. We've chosen a good piece and land near the Fountain of the Scene as a post-relocation site. They even say they want to use the land of build an opera house. They soon see a flame with shame and laughter. To think that anyone could be so comical. We're going to pay our respects at Basil's grave. I hope it turns out like Emmanuel said. However, it's Institute's responsibility to support gifted and talented youths. Met with newly appointed Iodex. He has a peculiar temperament, seems much more reliable than Leon and those other clowns. Drink is not a trick, you're gonna kill your friend. I'm fine, it's fine. Also, good morning, Maple. Thank you so much for the head pad. Welcome in, I hope you slept well. If all goes well, it has the potential to completely revolutionize our understanding of the Clockwork Mecha. The proposed mythology and the plan are reliable, worth paying more attention. The results of early phases have been satisfactory. We will increase our investment. Carter's leave requests have been increasing in frequency. Better have someone to keep an eye on him. He may have financial difficulties, not like it's possible for it to be a family matter. After some consideration, I've decided to enroll them and temporarily assign them to the same lab. However, I'm concerned about the impact of their joining after laying on the mental state of others. Must keep careful watch. Still unconscious during the visit, so I couldn't speak, decided to take a blood sample and see if there's a cure, or a way to mitigate it. Although the proposed research plan is expected to face challenges in obtaining recognition, I believe it holds significant practical value, so justifies approval. Toxins remain in the soil and water have not yet been fully neutralized. The water is producing deformed ocean. In a way, this could be a reflection of previous events. Only just learned that these are Call's adopted children. It's a shame that the Nussens Crowds Institute no longer exists. This could be the biggest breakthrough in a century. It will change all of society. The report mentioned abnormal movements. I'll have to find a chance to talk to Emmanuel about it. Okay, now we have read everything. Good. I'm gonna drink some more water. And now we're walking back.
Let's see. This one is on Tonki's sermon dictation concerning the apocalypse. I believe that the correct term for this is Fortuna. This was an ancient Romorian technology, a wisdom unparalleled.
I love that they just like summarize it for you in case you just skipped it and being like, nah, okay, I guess we just kind of voice it.
I never imagined that Romorian ideas would be so similar to the diagram I have named, the World Formula. This is strong evidence that human civilization should gradually shed possibilities as it continues to explore and evolve. The end of humankind may well be upon us right now. The sparks of civilization shall run out, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Variables. Surely that can only mean one thing, Descenders?
Mm-hmm.
Dottore likely captured the Traveler because of her Descender status. But the Three Moons' authority comes from the world itself. Why would Dottore need anything beyond that?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates the fate of an entire world. Introducing a variable would therefore give us... Columbna, search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books.
God, it's raining while it isn't this cold. Is it gonna snow, really? Back to work, I'm lurk. Also, I need to start watching his spoilers. No worries, Nara. Thank you so much for lurking. But I was baited with Albedo. I don't blame you. Albedo is a husband for real. The original husband of Genshin. Kind of fire vibe, not gonna lie. See ya, Grand. Oh, more reading. Anyways, when it comes down to it, our research directions are different, so I applied for a new research lab with the director. City. But there's nothing for it anyway. Alain is incredibly intelligent, but he only trusts himself, and he doesn't trust our observations or accomplishments unless he reaches the same conclusion for his own calculations. Well, it's okay since Alain is making the world a better place in his own way. I trust him because this is the world that Anne lives in. Even though the institute is full of people, I don't have many friends beside Carter. It feels like everyone kind of dislikes us. Renee managed to acquire something powerful to research, apparently disappeared after the disaster, and are very dangerous for most people. But I feel okay, maybe a constitution really has gotten a lot better. I helped Renee out. When I visited him, I found out that he also attended Nelson Krauss Institute. We didn't tell him about the vice director abandoning us, or it would have made him sad. If only we could have helped him just like I was helped. After discussing it with Renee, he finally agreed to give it a try. He said since it's dangerous, everything needs to be made clear. Carter and I must make a judgment to himself and it concerns his own life. But if he's successful, then he survived just like I did. Also, Albedo, my main getaway. And also, thank you for the hydrate, mates. It seems that the ordinary Dari machine can no longer satisfy him. As a result, the director used national resources to obtain something truly horrifying. Rumor has it that someone was nearly killed. I hope this will help him achieve the research objectives. He even got some rare Dari mechanical parts that have been studied by Sumeri researchers as part of the package. Things went out of control for a third time. Gulatin may be willing to risk his own life, but that doesn't mean the rest of us feel the same. I came up with an emergency damage control strategy, and I hope we won't need to use it before he finishes this kinematics research. However, given his personality, it seems unlikely that I will ever truly complete the research. It seems that the experiments into machines were intended to create a mechanical dog as proof of his accomplishments in kinematics and material science. It's actually a good idea and could be showcased in the city, and the creatures is much more personable and likable compared to the automated turret next door. At least he lived long enough to be poached by the Marchette's hunters. It wasn't easy for us to survive this long either, but what will we do with this blasted crazy killing machine that can repair itself? whatever. That's the problem for future generations. I love that we're just using it to, like, being like, oh yeah, but like the future generations can deal with it. I don't really care. Fundamentally, what the ancient orders designated as marriage was in essence an interpretation of ontology of distinct orphans. As you can see, it is a magic set in motion by the free particles above the kingdom. Yet its metaphysical origin lies in the emanations of the four particles beneath the firmament. The alchemists of Canria are prone to disregard metaphysical sentiments and effect, pursuing instead the goal of the ignorant within the material world. It is for this reason that their crude inquiry cannot be comprehended to the great undertaking we're achieved today, once the foundation upon the ancient Primerian style theory. 3 pertains to appearance, while 4 pertains to the intrinsic. 7 obtained for their overlap constitute the number of paths for vertical transcendence. We designate this process to overlap as marriage, for an union of the two for a meditating medium as a skin to the matrimonial covenant of those bound to mutual love. Observe and compute the pathway to displayed in the guidance diagram. Deconstruing and reversing its effect could generate potential ideas. Nevertheless, there is one thing we must keep in mind. Solve the first half of the equation, leave the second unattacked, but you'll have to be in the clear light and have some, for not all, that renders them untouchable, but because they offer no benefit whatsoever to world formula. Only mediocre minds or foolish beyond a certain measure would actively seek to trespass upon such prohibitions, because in the eyes of the ignorant, taboo and precious are semantically identical. They fail to recognize that in most cases taboo, like convention, lacks merit for deeper inquiry. Take heed. When we speak of this act of overlaying your dream upon the dream of gods, of overlaying your law, your will, and the starry sky, upon ineffable sacrifices and despair, we do not speak to following inventions to achieve ascension to the ranks of gods. This is the base dream doomed to perish within an eggshell. What I aim to teach you all is the principle of transcendence, the infinite aim to teach you all the principle of infinite expanse and the immeasurable stars within it. You, too, must act in this manner, unbound by any constraint. To choose the vision for the sake of convergence is the necessary path of marriage. At its core, magic is the science and art of the effecting change according to the consciousness. Marriage is the instrument through which art is realized. It is neither the subject that creates art, nor the object that art is created upon. The subject is always, and always only ever will be, consciousness itself. One who is free from the weakness of consciousness bows neither to the gods nor death. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, but I want to read the last one. About the Golden Troop. Comparative studies have been conducted on the surviving ruins of ancient orders from across the land. While they all had different names, the scripts and images left behind support the conclusion that they share the same origin. Ancient scholars believe that all arcane arts originated from pre-Lemurian civilization, and belief that now seems to be much more a mere speculation. Fortuna seems to be the name of symphony. The Lemurian musicians call it the musica mundana, and their music of origin in their eyes. The rise and fall of all civilizations, as well as the fates of the mortals, are all orchestrated by the movements of a symphony. And when a civilization perishes, a new one is always born in its wake. Their philosophical system is complex and enigmatic, bearing almost no relation to modern Fontaine's natural philosophy. However, this is hardly surprising. According to historical records, after Lemuria was brought to ruins, the refugees fell under the Lochnites' Erin's sway. They willingly forsook their ancient faiths, tongues, and writings, embracing a life of devotion to the gods, as his forebears once had. I hinted at the matter of the Golden Hunter in a bleak way, since the Marches hunters who first pledged themselves to his cause were all descendants of the Lochnites, praising the benevolence of Erin's seems like the safest approach. And inquired about his knowledge of natural philosophy from that era. He was silent for about half a minute, then told me not to probe too deeply into the ancient philosophies, saying there was a reason they had been forgotten. Still, as a gesture of gratitude, the Golden Hunter was willing to tell me the names of these patterns. The seal of chemical marriage. According to him, this symbol is even older than the Lemurian civilization itself, and it was one of the gifts bestowed upon King Remus by the Golden Bee. What exactly were those remnants remains unclear. The rise and fall of the empires and civilizations, the ascension of mortals, and the emanation of light. What is this? Even dreams to surpassing the gods. What is this? All of this can be represented by this formula. I cannot understand it all. He declined to elaborate, and so I can only record these matters here, as they were told to me, and hope that those who come after might one day decipher their meaning. Interesting. Okay, wait, where's Marinette? Wasn't she there?
Otonki Sermon Dictation. Explications on the Chemical Marriage. These titles are pretty esoteric. Observe and compute the pathway displayed in the guidance diagram. Deconstructing and reversing its effects could generate potential ideas. So, it's one of Renee's draft lectures. Deconstructing the pathway. I suppose that could lead to a breakthrough. This is so long. This guy sure loves showing off his knowledge.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Polonia. Search keyword tree model and bring me all relevant books.
The tree model. Oh my god, there's so much to read though, my poor throat. I think I'm just gonna go and get some more water real quick. I will be right back. Alright, me back. But I mean, at the same time, I can't really help it, just because, like, it's very interesting to me. The history of the decline and fall of Romaria. Okay. The ocean gave birth to all, yet also devoured everything. Legend has it that the first era, the earliest peoples were self-supporting in the virtue, needing no laws or authorities. The envoys of the heavenly city walked on earth, and with their guidance, the people enjoyed enduring peace, prosperity, and abundance from the ancient days. This heaven-blessed reign lasted a countless generations, and the people grew tired of their inscrutability eternity. Their offspring ceased to listen to the oracles. Instead, they decided things never promised to them by the divine. Trying to break free from their fate, enraged by their behavior, heaven sent a gigantic waves to smash their satellite cities. 100 days of rain came afterward, and the roaring tides drowned all sin and arrogation, and thus were the early people brought up to an end. When the tide receded and the earth was revealed again, no cities nor civilizations now stood above the high waters. Survivors and the newborn alike lived amidst the forests and rivers, shorn of all knowledge and wisdom. Women's lives were no different from those of wild animals on the earth in the sea, driven by the laws of nature, muddling through time with neither beginning nor end. Untold years passed. The throne of Gurabad was established and overturned in far south, and the noble kindred of the east once reached the rim of high waters, all while our ancestors remained bound by the ignorance and superstition. Civilization and order were finally restored by the land named Fontaine. You know, even I skipped some of the documents. Shout out to Nadja for reading. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, like, I feel like it's probably normal to be skipping some of the documents just because they're so long, you know? The land of Fontaine, a day of the great premise, descended upon Meripes. I don't know. In his golden fortuna, he taught people how to farm and raise crops in the land and build temples and cities with giant rocks to house the people. Most importantly, he who spread the beauty of music and art, which differentiated humans from other living things, causing them to see themselves as masters of all things. With his immortal fleet, Bremens conquered all the island and high waters. Even the great dragon beneath the abyssal depths submitted to his power. Those were the best days since the end of the earliest peoples, and eternal prosperity seemed near at hand. The God King and his people indulged in the sweet dreams of carefree lives and fantasies of never-ending progress. However, the seers have prophesied discord. The greatest empire will face the most utter destruction, and this is Fortuna. Thus did the God King derive the primordial plan from the 7-day rotation and the flowing winds of sea and land, and composed a harmonious symphony of prosperity. He believed that as long as the cities echoed with the greatest of songs, they would escape the judgment of fate and last reach of the land of eternal bliss. But thusly do the ancient writers concur. Oceans will rise, empires will fall, and the only constant is change. Chapter number 6, Galaton in his later years. No one can know the root cause of every incident in the world. Humans are neither wise enough to predict the future, nor able to stop unfortunate actions from occurring. It's a shame. There's nothing more to say. Alain Gallatin, in response to a question about his early years from Nellie Cochrane, chief editor in the Steamboat. After retiring from Montaigne Research Institute, Gallatin declined all invitations from the Palais Marmonia and civic organizations from the court of Fontaine. Instead, he withdrew to the Beryl region countryside, living in the near total isolation from society. Notwithstanding, even prior to this, the reclusive old man had never formed any deep connections with others. If we were to take Madame Nellie Cochrane at her word, then Alain Gallatin was at heart a lonely shut-in, always burdened by a profound sense of insecurity. It was for this reason that he maintained a detached attitude towards others, as if by pretending to be unperceptive. He could hide the keen sensitivity of his spirit. He could not ease his own pain, nor share it with anyone. All he could do was enclose it like a pearl within the shell of his heart, shaping and polishing it with his very flesh and blood. Of course, Gallatin's students would not accept such claims, dismissing them as attention-seeking nonsense, and nothing more than a smear on the master's reputation. This was the main reason why Roger Coates, the third director of the Fontaine Research Institute, filed a lawsuit against the Steamboat. He never employed any servants to tend to his daily needs. There were rumors that in his youth, he had created a mechanical device capable of independent thought that was used to assist him in his work with Marie-Anne Guillotine and Mercer's Phantom. I know, my phone died. Okay, I think we will be needing to switch to PNG just because my phone died, unfortunately, so it will not be tracking properly. Okay, let me do that. I need to figure out a way to... Wait, how to probably also charge my phone at the same time, because this is like the first time I'm streaming with my phone. So we shall see. Wait, where's my phone? There it is. Switching to PNG. There we go. As a result, there are no need for servants. They only need to create more of the same device. However, such claims were clearly at odds with the facts. The personal affairs of the Gallatin left behind after his death include nothing of this nature, and so-called mechanical devices capable of independent thought are entirely inconsistent with the ideas he expresses in manuscripts, as they wrote in the hierarchical calculating machines and intelligence. The real question isn't whether machines can think, but whether humans can. We have every reason to believe that whatever contemplations Guillotine crafted in his workshop in his later years were deliberately destroyed long ago. After all, it's wholly uncommon for an engineer to discard their designs. Popular fiction has offered many flights of fancy about these contraceptions, yet all such tales contradict the surviving evidence. Nevertheless, we must recognize that as a cultural symbol, Elaine Guillotine's posthumous work has been instrumental in stirring the imagination of the youth. Yippee. Okay, I love that we just skipped that one. It was just like, nah, you know what, too much reading. This is a story from many years ago. After the evening banquet, Miss Aviva, who today would be Lady Nanonan, was as always theatrically grousing to us about all too swift march of science. Though her grasp on engineering is even less firm than her knowledge of the Watasumi Island soil quality, and of course, she knows nothing about the latter either. But self-proclaimed interest in engineering was in vogue amongst some ladies and gentlemen at the time. Our ancestors had already conquered this land thousands of years ago, she said as she cleared her throat, twirling her jade-plumed and blue gem-encrusted folding fan while endeavoring in vain to wear a visage of disappendency. And a few hundred years ago, they conquered the oceans with these using a new diving equipment. Today, some noble young folk have suddenly got it in their heads to use a so-termed gravimeter to break free from the Earth's shackles and conquer the skies. And surely, I fear, their dream may yet become a reality in the near future. Indeed, it's just as to say, humans. Ah, what a mighty and energetic species, with such great wisdom. No matter the circumstances, humans ever seek to change their living conditions with unimaginable passion. The steamboat editor immediately opined. In truth, when it comes to on par with the creator, they have conquered most of the natural world, and by their will, they can shape the rest world anew. Ah, that's not what I meant to say, Miss Aviva said with an affected sigh. Those distant and dark unknown continents, those ruins hidden deep beneath the seas, all those romantic exploration and trailblazing, such great achievements, that which has put the glorious achievements of our science and reasonings on full display, have all but become lost to our civilization. Our forebears reached too high and achieved too much, leaving too little for us to explore or conquer. Could there be a sad fate to befall these ladies and gentlemen among us who were born to crave the exploration of the unknown? Finally home, it went to it took a little longer to return. That you're totally fine, Miss. Thank you for the hydrate. Here her pretentious invocation of the legendary King Argyndi's words in an attempt to prove its truly state of affairs hurt her. However, everyone simply sat around lazily, and most giving polite nods. Lady L lightly yawned. Seeing how no one answered, Miss Aviva's enthusiasm faded, and she proceeded to switch to the topic next to the week's ball. This was evidently a more popular topic, and stiff atmosphere once again grew lively. Monsieur Rotar was just about to regulate a tale in the audience mirror regarding a tower, a mage, and a glass ball, but before it could begin, Mrs. Sirak, who had remained silent and now interrupted. Good, Miss Aviva. The things you said certainly left an impression on me. He lit a cigarette. However, you need not to worry. There is still one space that has yet to be subdued by humanity. Indeed, if the required techniques do not emerge, I fear it will never be. Where's that? Rotar asked, a sullen look in his face. He had been so very confident about his monkey story, after all. Time. The room fell silent momentarily before all present broke out into laughter. What a preposterous talk, Dr. Rainier declared, trying not to be laughed. Firstly, how can time be considered a part of space? Can you separate yourself from time and exist independently in space alone? What do you mean? I mean to, at this moment, still be speaking to me and in the next disappear without a trace. Is this possible? He waited for a moment, as if waiting for others to think. Obviously, anyone with the capacity of rigorous thought would know for certain that, much like length, width, and height, time is also a dimension of space. As such, it is part of nature, and can thus be conquered. Utterly preposterous, the doctor muttered, but not refute the statement. I have been involved in research of this sort for some time, he continued, and I have come up with a machine that can allow people to travel through time as they please. This machine will be ready in 2 months. At that time, Miss Aviva, I invite you and all the ladies and gentlemen present here to my workshop. to bear witness to humanity's next great achievement, the conquest of time. Miss Aviva did not speak. Meanwhile, from her expression, our noble friend did not understand Mr. Circus' words at all. Interesting that we wanted to conquer time when this is all what it's like going on about. Like, how do we really conquer time? Great Detective Harlock, the Alchemist, and the Clockwork Saint. So, the story ends like this. Harlock sat down and lit his pipe, but the rest of us, whether it was Agent Gina, Miss Jacoba, or the Commissioner Miss Aichia, looked at one another in confusion. You must still remember the locations of the 4 previous cases were equidistant. There was a symmetrical patterns between the time, space, and even the first letters of the 4 victims' names, Harlock said. This was also why Gina's deduction was completely off the mark. The murderer knew that she, possessing basic knowledge of the mystic arts, would assume that the followers of the Lilacris Ordo would treat the patient as a necessary ritual sacrifice. So, the corporal let her believe that her assumption was certainly incorrect. But when Duke St. Germanius departed, he clearly said that everything was beyond redemption, and the next case would also... Agent Gina protested, somewhat reluctantly. He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics. In everything else, he's just an ordinary person. Harlock paused, then continued. He's always been like the type to like things like he can fully understand, just like you, Gina. Ah, I get it, Mr. Jacoba shouted suddenly. My dear Harlock, now everything's crystal clear. The 4th victim's death wasn't carefully planned murder, it was pure coincidence. He only wanted to kill those 3 unfortunate gentlemen to avenge his comrades from the Lilacris Ordo. But the traps he set weren't limited to just those 3 locations. He was worried that the plan might fail since the 3 victims were well-protected figures, after all, so they added a few extra straps. Yet he never expected that with Gina's interference, the plan would go far more smoothly than intended. Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were an accomplice. Agent Gina's face turned as red as a Sensadia as she protested indignantly. How adorable. Indeed, Harlock said calmly. It was unclear whether it meant that Miss Jacoba's deductions were correct or that Agent Gina was indeed an accomplice. Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilacris Ordo are built based on simple basic tree model logical structures. They do not recognize their own masters, following only the commands that were initially given, so they end up killing said masters. This is why I keep saying don't put too much trust in clockwork, Mega. Unlike humans, machines have no heart. I remained silent as usual, but Miss Jacoba glanced at me with what seemed like a hint of puzzlement. What's wrong? Why are you standing there in silence? Is there something on your mind? No, I just didn't think the expected truth to be so simple. Of course, my understanding of clockwork Mega cannot compare to that of Dr. St. Germanus, but I've done a bit of research. To suggest that those mechanisms were merely activated by Mr. Marcello's mishandling seemed a bit too contrived. But to imply that there was another mastermind behind all of it, I feel like stretching it into the territory of conspiracy theories. After all, no one besides us could have pulled off the operation I envisioned. So I decided to abandon further speculation, choosing instead of the reactions of the adorable Agent Gina. This is where you don't understand deduction. Agent Gina seemed to have regained her confidence, not to mention her mind sense of superiority over me. Excitedly, she raised a finger. Isn't there a saying that goes something like, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however... Stop right there. The Phantom Something Mass Rob Something story. We don't have publishing rights from their publisher. Harlock took another drag of his pipe. He seemed to be lost in thought once more. Regardless, this case came to an abrupt close. A person who did not manage to witness the end, a person who did not manage to achieve his ideals, a person who indulged in fairy tales, who dreamt of following the hero he admired, yet he never saw his dream fulfilled. Someone who had everything, someone who lost everything, someone who woke up, someone who would never wake again. Unstating in sacrifice, unflinching in farewell, undaunted by pain. Yet in the end, the sacrifice remained only sacrifices, the parting remained only partings. Clouds see through a tranquil years, fish swim in crystalline springs. No matter how grand a dream, it will fade away like this, forlorn, wordless, silent. And after that... We found a tree model, at last.
Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilia Crucis Ordo are built based on the simple and basic logical structure of a tree model. Lilia Crucis. Guess they were trying to cover up the name of the Nausitzenkreuz Ordo? When Duke St. Germanus departed, he said, "It seems that there's no going back." Alas, he is only a genius when it comes to machine. In all other things, he is but ordinary. Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. What kind of book is this?
I love Sandrona's sass. She's so funny.
Great Detective Herlock, the Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint? Isn't this a novel? Come on.
She's just like, this is unbelievable.
Still, the author swears that they knew Renee well. Whatever. I guess it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Renee would say nonsense like that on occasion. Memory, wishes, souls, and persona. Frankly, this sounds more like occultism, but if Albedo vouches for it, I suppose there must be some alchemical basis to these techniques.
I do love Sandrona too. She's a sassy lady. I love when they bring in sassy ladies because it's different from like a lot of different characters. Like I myself can be quite sassy, you know? So I love it when they bring in different kind of character types, you know?
The way Alain Guillotin saw it, the world was comprised of machines. The universe needed machines, and thus his technologies were created. That's why I was born.
Oh! Oh, that makes so much sense. The way that she talked about him before. Yes, yes, yes. We love it. She's a brat. I love a hater. Like, you can't help but just like Sandrona. Like, I mean, I guess if you don't like Cinderes, you wouldn't like her, but still, I love her.
Renee? His full name was Rene de Petrichor, if I recall correctly. Sounds like he and the town must be intricately connected. That place was also the source of most of our information regarding Remurian civilization. Seems like some of his projects were based on their technology. The cutting of souls and storing them in vessels. These seemingly unrelated techniques underpinned Renee's research. Assuming that the 4 orthants correspond to alchemical categories.
I hate Sundara, but she is one of the 3 I like. I mean, like, I can't even say anything, because even watching, like, normal anime, I usually, like, gravitate towards Tsundere. But it kind of depends on the trope, though, because if it's, like, a Tsundere that's only, like, hurting the main love interest with, like, hits and stuff, that can get kind of, old kind of quick. But if it's just a Tsundere that's just kind of, like, arguing with the main character, think, like, Rin from Fate. Because she doesn't really hurt Shiro, she just kind of argues with him. I do like that kind of Tsundere a lot. Fontaine's world quest came into main story. We used to dream like stuff like this. Yeah, I love when they bring in the world quests. Because some people don't do the world quest, you know? Like, I will say, I have kind of been slacking on the Fontaine world quest, though. But, like, yeah, I think it's very fun when they bring in the world quest to the main quest so people learn about all of the lore that we need to know. Rin just dropped a movie earlier. She did. I manifested her by talking about it somehow.
The chemical marriage model? Alain would have scoffed at that. He never would have let those theories or parameters anywhere near his mathematical formulas.
I have to sacrifice 2 characters to trade with Cake for it. Oh no, who do you sacrifice? Cake is kinda a hard dealer to deal with when it comes to Mudo.
What was Alain's view on Renee? I know he mentioned the name, albeit very rarely. Oh, now I remember. Alain's old notes are here too. They mentioned Renee once.
Why does Mude hate me? Do you not have good luck in Mude recently, Choco?
Renee seemed most out of sorts when he spoke to me. A lack of sweet foods has dulled his mind, I should think. Either way, his words are not to be believed.
Nah, I actually got backup card. I love that you just have backup cards in case you would need to do trading. Wait.
Yep, that sounds like Helen.
The second time in a row I got nothing from Pokemon. Girl, welcome to my life. That Pokemon bot hates me with a gusto. Like, every single time it's like, yeah, you got nothing. It's like, please, I just want a Pokemon. That one Guna Lady Vampire in Overlord and the Vampire in Sarah of the End. Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. I mean, that's not too bad. But I'm surprised you have the Guna Lady Vampire in Overlord. Isn't there Albedo? Doesn't Mela want her?
My subordinates actually did a half-decent job digging out all these materials. Makes a change. Good for them. Some of Helen's old files are completely consistent with these records. He must have gotten them from the Tower of Gestalt. I never knew he got his hands on Renee's records that early. He may have kept them, but he never even attempted to use them. Didn't believe a word they said.
Mela was too slow, gotcha.
Come to think of it, Renee's world formula was filled with calculations of constants. That shows he believed that the fate of the world to be predetermined.
Does Mela know this, by the way? I'm curious.
As for Elan, it's been too long. I forget what he said. What would he have said? A guy like him, fervent believer in machines, but not headstrong enough. The world can be changed. It is worth persevering. Yes, that's how he used to think at least. He created that procedure to save this world. Yet the scale of the world's fate proved too enormous. The result was beyond his ability to calculate.
But can you calculate it?
He died having never seen the outcome. And there I was, left behind in the ashes of his dreams.
So essentially you are his magnum opus. You can do it, I believe in you. He know I had her. Oh, no.
Did you really never take a close look at Renee's research? Or did you read it, but deem his philosophy incompatible with your model? The very thought of trying to incorporate his ideas probably made you feel sick to the stomach. Well, don't worry, because there's a whole new category of lunatic in town. Next to Dottore, every other madman looks sane.
That is actually so true, though. Dottore is so insane, and I love him for it.
You once asked me what I wished for. Should have asked him instead. He's the one pining for things you'd sooner die than witness. Even the tiniest variable can make big waves in the present. Now then, allow me to put these incompatible fragments together in your stead. First, establish and verify the existence of the Great Circle. Absolute nihil on one end, absolute reality on the other. Now, search between these two extremes.
Right, it's time to conquer time.
Then, the construction criteria. Variables. The sparks of civilization shall run out unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Input variables. Traverse the world, space-time, and civilization. Then extract the essential nodes from the records to determine which variables they point to. The primordial power that differentiated itself from the void. The power of light. Yes, light. Records. Hyperborea.
Oh, we're going back to the Hyperborea.
This is horrendously complicated. After all that, I'm still missing a few variables. I need to think this through again. How do you think it looks, Polonia? Like the frenzied scrawlings of a madwoman?
No, I think you're onto something. I think you're cooking.
Fine, keep it to yourself. It's not like you can talk anyway. I'll assume you gave it a passing grade.
But, like, is Sandrana, like, trying to recreate what Elaine did when he created her? And she's trying to make Polonia as, like, complicated and, like, lively as she is?
I jest. But true madness does often start with trying to save the world. What would Arlecchino and Columbna think if they saw this incomprehensible hen scratch? They'd probably have me institutionalized.
Because, I mean, I would guess so, because she's making so many different Catherines. I feel like she is making Catherines so she can one day make a Catherine that is, like, outspoken and, like, living like a normal person.
So would Rosaline. She's been dead for a while now.
I like to imagine Sandrone and Albedo be siblings. They kind of would be. Like the opposites of a different coin, but in a very sibling way. But both are very intelligent.
When I close my eyes and think back, I can still see her face. And that enormous dress she used to wear. Such a bizarre choice. What possessed her? Oh, and the clack-clack of those heels used to drive me insane.
The clack-clack.
No one's asking me, obviously, but I hope you all know that I never wanted to save the world. I'm not crazy. I don't have delusional ambitions, and that's a clinical fact.
But, I mean, most geniuses are called insane, though. I feel like we could break the meta.
The world needs a solution, but I don't need the world's validation. It's the world begging me for answers, not the other way around.
Because they're both artificially made. I mean, yeah, that's very true. That's a good point as well. Oh, we have tea time? Where do we need to go? Oh, not that way. What do you mean? Oh, that way. I see. I just missed the freaking light. As always.
It's gonna be making tea.
A cup of good old tea would be so good right now. And look at like the little cakes.
Oh, cookies to go with the tea. Let's see. They must be from that person who brought those documents. I see they're from Hotel de Boer. Something's written on the box. We are proud to present this homage to the Fortress of Meropede's fun-filled mill collection system. Fortune cookies. Have a lucky start to your day. Sounds like a dumb gimmick to me. Be early to bed and early to rise. Get plenty of sun and drink plenty of water. Then things will surely go well for you.
And the sarcastic remarking comic.
What? Are you kidding me? Somehow I doubt that an early night and a glass of water is magically gonna save a world on the brink of existential peril.
It's actually crazy how many people believe that, though. Like, oh yeah, we're escorting the evacuees to Snezhnaya, that's true.
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us that Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given.
Excellent.
The only thing is, they are fewer in number than we expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hand of the monsters released by the Doctor.
Oh yeah, that's no surprise though, unfortunately.
Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks and keep in contact.
As you wish.
Oh, we're meeting up with Child? Let's go. I have missed Child. I haven't seen him in so long.
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well.
My husband, one of my early husbands, I missed you. Welcome back.
Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Nodcry? Had to go on a huge detour to stay out of its line of sight.
I'm so happy he's back. Child, I know, right? I haven't seen him in so long. When was the last time we saw a Child? I think it was like the last time I'm thinking is like when we had that small interaction with Arlecchino for like Linny storyline. But before that, I think it was back when we had that event, right? Like, it's been so long. I'm waiting for Senju Muramasa to be added to the Fate event for Alien story element because his body is Emiya. I mean, you know what? That could happen. That could happen. I think Arlecchino story quest. Oh yeah! Yeah. He was in Arlecchino story quest. That is also true. I think it's also like linked to Arlecchino a lot. But can we just see you more often even if you're not with like Arlecchino? I only remember Whale. I didn't do the story quest yet. Fair enough. Fontaine, yeah. Oh yeah, also in Fontaine. Yeah, when he was accused of like, all that stuff. But I wish to see him more. He should be in the story regularly. I miss my man.
Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you've brought word from Her Majesty?
I just really like Emiya. I mean, yeah, after seeing like the Fate Unlimited Blade Wars, I also really like Emiya, actually.
Of course, all part of the job.
Oh, what did the Majesty say though?
Firstly, the Tsaritsa has authorized Fatui Internal Affairs to review Dottore's case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Snezhnaya.
Ooh, imagine if like we are gonna be teaming up with the rest of Fatui against Dottore. That would be a hell of a fight.
While they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the refugees from Nodcry.
They are nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly.
Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seemed sensible to have one person on standby at base while the other came out to meet you.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Alright, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her that the Tsaritsa's decree this time is pretty awesome sounding. I think she'll like this one.
What is it?
Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that? Did one of our troops turn into a monster?
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Take him out.
Oh no, oh god, we're doing... Okay. I don't know how to do this though.
Yeah! Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Laid bare, kept everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
It feels kind of weird to be like working with the Fatui enemy, you know?
You're mine!
Because we always work against them.
You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino. Nice.
Yeah, she just leveled up a little bit.
Now. I appreciate the praise, but I am not fighting you today.
I knew it.
It's just like, no! I wanted to fight father, please! Okay, wait.
My turn.
Oh shit. We have literally 1 HP left to live.
Bring it on. No time to lose. Tidal wave.
Yeah, bro, can you come over here and just like knock him a little bit? Appreciate it. Peak gameplay, like, shut up! It's always characters I don't have on my account, I swear to God. Like, child's things take like 2,000 years to load.
No time to... Shouldn't let your guard down.
Okay, well, I lied. Well, I always know my gameplay in combat is scuffed as hell. Let me be.
I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next.
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Nodcry?
A lot.
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbna, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Trilunar authority in his hands.
What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY project? He's gonna build a god?
I mean, you're not wrong. He's trying to become a god.
You could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now, you're acting like a common adventurer.
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then.
Yeah, it was wild.
Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
I mean, I
It
guess.
almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
He's just trying to impress Alikino.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic move.
Yeah, fair enough.
That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse. As such, I cannot leave Nodcry.
This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder Her Majesty's decree is so extreme. While these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore pose a threat, our
Wow.
and are permitted to eliminate him.
Eliminate Dottore. That is her decree. Holy. But I mean, it makes sense though. He's up to like shit that is like about to break the world order. Holy. Hi Akash, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. But holy shit, they're able to eliminate him. That is such a feat to say. And even for the Tsaritsa, like, considering that Dottore is the 2nd in line Harbinger, wow.
My thanks to Her Majesty. I will pass these good tidings on to Sandrone.
Sandrone would be so happy hearing that.
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nodcry due to the presence of unretrieved research material.
Makes sense.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you?
I mean, we would hope so, but
Partner? You mean the Traveler? I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's lab. Her whereabouts are currently unknown.
Bro literally committed a crime that can awaken a Fae and still don't know how the fuck he hasn't waken up yet. He thinks about us all. No, but like, Shyle has always been super friendly to us though, and always been like, oh, he's gonna be like our partner. Because like, when we saw him in the dojo event, and he was just like, oh yeah, but my partner, but we'll see you again. Like, he's always called us partner. It's actually very cute. I love that he does that. When Faye wakes up and see the state of the world, we're gonna be doomed. Everyone is just gonna be out of it. I agree.
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with her?
One love interest. Like, Child and Traveler pairing is one of my favorites, along with Xiao and Traveler. I think those are my 2 favorite, like, male pairings with the Traveler. But, like, I've always theorized that like Child's like character development will end in like a sacrifice. You forgot Leah's story. No, I didn't forget it, but listen, Child has come a long way though since like betraying us like that. Like, I genuinely feel like his story would lead towards, like, him sacrificing himself for us in some kind of way. I just feel like that would make it come, like, full circle. But I understand if you don't trust him, mates, but I'm just saying.
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind.
This won't do. I have to rescue her.
Oh my god, he's coming to rescue us. The yearly child dying late. Yeah, no, but I feel like it's just so coded into his character that he's gonna, like, die for us.
You can't. We have no idea where the Traveler is.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
I mean, we're trying our best, bro, to find us.
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now is complete your mission.
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you then.
Yeah, leave this to us. She's gonna kick Dottore's ass.
One last thing. Tell the Rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation in Tevat. Beware. An uncontrollable pollution is spreading forth from Nodcry.
That is a good thing.
The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to contain the threat. However, if Nodcry falls, things are likely to escalate.
Very true.
Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nodcry consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Nah, what I imagine him dying and don't save us, but to hold a strong enemy back for us to fight the main villain. I mean, that definitely could happen, but like some kind of sacrifice that in some way either saves us or like we gain something from it to be able to like fight the final boss or something like that.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
I mean, yeah, and she's also one of those, like, strong archons, so...
I hope you're right.
I mean, with everything the Fatui is planning, I don't see why the Tsaritsa would just be sitting idly by. I don't feel like that's an option.
You're right on time.
Also, every time he helps us, he was also in to fight. I mean, yeah, that is true. He is driven by fighting. He want to get better. That is his main goal. Like, literally every single time. No, you are very correct though, mates. That is very true. But I also think this is probably gonna need to be the end of stream. I'm gonna be cutting it. Like, I'm just gonna be closing it so I don't continue the main story. Let me see. So like Pao is live right now playing some Animal, and I've been really excited for Animal. I applied to the closed beta, but I didn't get in, unfortunately. But she did get in, so I'm thinking we're gonna be running into Pao, and I'm gonna be spending my evening there just watching her play the game, so I can see what the game is. It's like, it reminds me of Paul World a lot. It's like cute little animals kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna be running off stream there. I also need to go and eat something. It's like almost like a little bit after 6 o'clock. I hope they got it. Like, yeah, they did. Cozy game, we like that. Yeah, it's a good game just to wind down. I haven't seen too much gameplay from it, so I've just been waiting to like get Pao. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out today as we were playing some Genshin. And also doing the family tree. It was a lot of fun. I will be back tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be changing the streaming times though, as I said. Because we will probably be playing Where Winds Meet a little bit earlier. And then we're gonna be doing a little bit of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes together with Sirius. So... I don't know if it have AI though. I don't know how much AI it is or isn't in this stuff. But yeah, you guys do be nice to Pao. And I will be back tomorrow for some Where Winds Meet and some Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes together with Sirius. Spoilers, there will be a lot of explosions. Yes, definitely. But you guys do take care, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye!